Hi, I am Marisa Marpesero, and I am a consultant on social aspects on water. That means that my areas of experience are education, communication, and transparency. I studied media communications, and I also have a degree, a master's degree on public policies. And I have to tell you that I worked during 10 years in the National Water Commission here in Mexico. And first, I was in charge of the relation with the communication staff in our 32 delegations. And later on, I was director of water culture. But let me tell you, one of the biggest challenge that I had during that time, it was that I was coordinator of visual identity for the Fourth World Water Forum. That means that I was in charge of all the image in all the venues of the forum with more than 5,000 attendees. One thing that I could say about this water domain is that it doesn't matter what you study or what do you want to study. The sector really needs need people from everywhere, with every major, with every knowledge, because the crisis that we are facing, it needs all the knowledge that we can bring to the table. So my final message will be for you will be that maybe your main challenge will be that you really have to be passionate about what you do, because that is going to be noticeable, that is going to be important, because we need to work in the challenges that we are facing as a collective group, and it doesn't also matter where you are, in which part of the world.
My name is Eugene Singizumuremyi. I'm the country director of Water for People in Rwanda. I'm an environmental scientist and civil engineer. After university, I worked with the University of Rwanda and Rwanda Ministry of Infrastructure as a university professor and project manager respectively. I'm also the 2021 Global Engineering Award winner. During my journey at the university, I really learned a lot in terms of water and sanitation, because I was teaching water and sanitation courses. That time, my dream was to apply the knowledge from university into community-based projects. Since I joined Water for People back in 2012, it was an opportunity to apply that knowledge into community-based projects, because I was supporting the district to have water investment plans and implement water and sanitation projects. I use young professionals to elaborate water investment plan that helped me to support the district with the clear water investment plan to achieve the universal access to sustainable water services. I would encourage young professionals to start their own companies to support districts or municipalities to elaborate water investment plans that can guide them to have a clear roadmap to achieve universal access to sustainable water services. Those companies can also help to deliver water services as service providers and to support the district to implement water and sanitation projects to be able to achieve SDG 6.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Dominique, and I'm going to give you a quick snapshot of my experience working on water issues and hopefully encourage you to pursue your own career in that direction. I'm currently the team lead for environmental performance reviews at the OECD based in Paris, and I spent most of my career at OECD working on water issues. I started out in 2010 as an intern and worked on a number of different water issues, including water and climate change adaptation, water allocation, water security, and I spent many years working on finance and investment for water security. And throughout my career, I've had an amazing opportunity working with really smart colleagues at the OECD, working on different aspects of water issues, but also really a huge network of people working at the international level, whether they are in NGOs, whether they're at international institutions, whether they're academics and researchers, or of course working in government. And that's an extremely rich experience. Water issues are really at the heart of the development challenge and the challenge to achieve more sustainable growth and to protect the environment. And water really connects across a huge range of topics: biodiversity, climate, food security, energy security. So it's extremely rich. My own career path has been very rewarding, and I'd encourage you to, well, jump in the water and see what opportunities you can find.
Hello everyone, myself Rohini Pradeep from India. I am basically an environmental engineer with specialization in sanitation. Currently I am associated with CDT India as a program manager as well as a head of laboratory. I've been working with the sector for almost now 15 years. I'm also serving as a GSC member for Susanna Global Committee representing South Asia and a member of the IWA Lakes Group. Being an environmental engineer, I started my career with CDT as a researcher. With a 10 years of research background, I moved into project management, where it was completely a different experience of working in the sector, where you have to meet the expectation of the clients, your office and your team. Coming to the opportunities in our sector, especially a water or a wash sector, I see there is really a big boom currently. Especially there are few cases that which I can explain is, as an engineer, whether it's a civil engineer or an environmental engineer, you will get to work in a process, designing, implementation. As a researcher, you can do a lot of laboratory work. As a social scientist, you can work with the community to understand the dynamics around the whole wash sector. Agriculture, nutrition, looking at the reuse of treated water, sludge, any other treatment byproduct. That way I see there is a lot of opportunity in the sector to work with. With my experience or my career learnings, what I can suggest is that be confident, look for opportunities, just be clear on what is expected from you, what kind of deliverables are required. What I suggest is that spend a lot of time in the planning, which will able to achieve the required goals that is asked for. Overall, be confident and be cheerful. That will definitely take you to the longer path. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kim Worsham. I'm the founder of Flush, which is a consulting company that helps water and sanitation professionals tell better stories. So my professional expertise is around data, M&E, communications, marketing, and strategic business planning. All of that goes beyond the wash sector. But in WASH, my specialty is around sanitation, safe drinking water, and water resources management. So my career journey has been about 20 years now, and it's been very diverse, starting in the film industry in PR, then venturing into hospitality, education in Rwanda, doing some data analysis for a marketing firm in New York City, and even doing some management of programs for New York City government. What guided me through this varied path was really aligning the work with my core values as a person, and then finding tasks that I found fulfilling or at least tolerable that I could do for 8 hours every single day. However, I did have some self-doubt limitations and some financial limitations that were significant for overcoming to get my career on track. There's all kinds of roles available to me with my skill set, so I have work in project management, program management, strategic thinking, and facilitation are kind of the ones I focus on. For aspiring professionals in water and wash, my advice is really to broaden your horizons. Remember, your water expertise or your wash expertise is valuable beyond water-focused companies. Some big companies that have come to me recently for my expertise in water have been Google and Facebook, and they pay really well. And some of my most enriching experiences have been work in non-water roles, which taught me really valuable lessons. So really focus on a work environment and colleagues that you enjoy over the actual subject matter sometimes.
Hi, my name is John Matthews. I'm a biologist by training. I'm also the executive director for AGWA, AGWA, an organization that I co-founded with a friend and colleague. That stands for the Alliance for Global Water Adaptation. My work is basically at the intersection between water and climate change, and I've been in that space for about 15 years. It's a little bit different now in the adaptation space than it was when I got started. I actually had to ask in my interview for my first adaptation job, what is climate adaptation? And in a lot of ways, I think I'm still asking that question because the field is changing so much. I don't think you would get a job probably if you had to ask that question in an interview now. But the good news is that the area is really exploding and that there's a huge variety of types of positions and fields in which adaptation and resilience are really important. And the reason the water, I think, has become essential in this space is we've also seen a larger transition over the time that I've been working from seeing water as a hazard from climate change, that it's sometimes called the medium through which humans will experience most of the negative impacts of climate change, some positive ones too, to starting to see that actually water resilience is a new powerful idea for coordinating our work, for making sure that actually our adaptation and resilience is everything we need it to be, that it's more effective and powerful in scope. I strongly encourage young professionals or older professionals to go into this space. I was a late bloomer and started in this space actually only at the age of 40. So I hope that you will join us in this work. Thank you.
G'day, my name's Cynthia Mitchell. I'm coming to you from the lands of the Turrbal people, which is a place called Brisbane in Australia. My role? Well, I've got a few these days. I am Professor Emeritus in Sustainability at the University of Technology in Sydney, and I have my own little business called The Good Ancestor, named after Davrik Leggett's beautiful poem. My expertise in the wash sector is kind of broad. It's that sustainability thing, and it's making it real. And I'm a professor, so it's all about transdisciplinary research that makes a practical difference on the ground. My career journey, I started in chemical engineering, and that means that I've got that kind of deep process engineering understanding, and I've been really passionate about more sustainable ways of doing sanitation in particular for plenty of decades now. And because I started out looking for technical questions and I couldn't get the answers I needed in sustainability then, so I expanded and expanded and expanded and expanded. These days I do mostly governance kind of work, learning kind of work. It's all about the people at the end of the day. What kind of job opportunities do I think there are now in this space? Many more, because there's a recognition that the technology is actually the easy part. And the much harder part is about how we show up, and I think that's where the real opportunities are. And so in terms of advice and encouragement for aspiring professionals, do what you love, because we spend a lot of time doing it and it matters. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Pedi Obani. I am an associate professor in the University of Bradford School of Law and chair of the Executive Committee of Human Rights to Water. My expertise is on the human rights to water and sanitation. I got into this field because of my interest in driving effective legal responses to complex human development challenges. With my background as a lawyer, a major challenge that I encountered along the way was understanding multidisciplinary perspectives on water, sanitation, and hygiene issues. I had to quickly learn multidisciplinary research methods and how to work with professionals from other disciplines. There are various job opportunities for anyone interested in building a career in this area. My primary focus is on research, teaching, and consultancy services for NGOs, international organizations, and other stakeholders. You could develop knowledge products such as decision support systems or tools for practitioners. Indeed, the possibilities are endless, especially for those who are open to learning new skills. As aspiring professionals, I encourage you to develop a clear vision that is focused on adding value, making an impact, and solving a problem that you care for. Even when it appears that things are not going according to your plans, always stay true to your values and keep investing in realizing your vision. It will all come together in the end. Good luck.
Hello there, my name is Tracy Keatman and I'm an independent consultant working in the WASH sector. I mainly work as a partnership specialist and facilitator, aiming to bring different organisations together to help them develop their partnerships and evaluate them and learn from them, and hopefully so that they can replicate some of those good ideas for the future in terms of how they collaborate with others. And I entered the sector really by accident. I was waiting to do a master's course and needed to get a part-time job to be able to pay for that master's course, and found myself working with a large international WASH NGO based in the UK. And they were hosting an initiative which looked at public-private partnerships, and I moved into there and worked with some fabulous colleagues, really trying to understand how those different types of organisations could work better together and helping them in terms of their partnership journey. So I've worked now with lots of different types of organisations. I've helped set up different coalitions and partnerships and collaborative actions, and also in a more analytical way, looked at how they can all work to do that better internally. So I would say that WASH is a very interesting sector. It enables those with very different skill sets to come together. My background was actually in languages, and I didn't think that my skills in terms of communications and languages would be that useful. But in fact, it's been vital to the kind of work that I do when working across different organisations in different countries and different languages. So I would encourage anybody to join us in the WASH sector, whatever your background and whatever your interest area, there will definitely be something for you.